What's good, everybody? As you can see right in front of me, the little old brown box has made its return to the channel, which could only mean it is PSA return day. So last time we did one of these videos, we sent about 18 cards to PSA to get graded, and let's just say it was not our best day, that's for sure. I believe out of those 18, 6 of them got a PSA 10. One of them got a PSA 6, which I'm still baffled about. And one didn't even get a grade at all. So hopefully better days are ahead of us, but we sent in actually the same number of cards from last time, 18, funny enough, cards to get graded. So we're going to hope to see if we can improve from our last submission. And there's a good variety of stuff today. I mean, it's still going to be mainly the ones I usually collect, like basketball, football, but we throw in a couple other ones, like we threw in a baseball card in here, which is rarely I ever collect. And then there's also a Pokemon card in here as well too, and a few wrestling in here and there. But before I break open the seal, I do want to bring to attention, I think, some news from PSA about a couple weeks ago, where they have not only increased their pricing for submission, but they've also increased their turnaround times, meaning you have to wait even a bit longer than what it already is to get your cards back from them. So I don't know if that's starting to deter people now from going to PSA. Actually, probably not, to be honest, because PSA is considered the top of the top in terms of getting cards graded, and it's the most value people get. But I don't know, maybe people might start going to BGS or SGC. Those are some other grading companies, or even that one company, Tag, with the clear labels. And then there's also Arena Club with their digital packs. So who knows? Kind of an interesting time to be grading cards at the moment. But let's go ahead. We got the cards here to break open the seal for today, and let's take a look. Let's see, cover, I think has some information on some of these. The good old brown box. Break this open further. I thought the seal was broken. No, it's still, oh, there it is. I'll just rip open the tape. A little hard to see, but there it is, your PSA label right there. So you know the box is legit official. Let's actually take these all out. Almost dropped a couple right there. Okay, we're gonna start with which one's the front, which one's the back? I think this is where we'll start from. There we go. Alrighty, let me just make sure what's at the bottom so we know which one we're grading. Oh yes, okay, we're good. We are good. Alright, here we go. PSA return day. Let's kick us off. Make sure I'm covering the stuff here. Alright, so we got a 2024 Phoenix football Gridiron Crowns. This is actually a case hit, I believe, of Justin Jefferson. And this was actually kind of cool because I pulled this out of just a single pack of Phoenix football when I was at the Burbank sports card store. So it looked pretty good. I didn't really get to do a full examination though, because I literally just got it from the card store and then I went to PSA right then and there to get it graded. So hopefully my eyes did okay with this grade here. And we got a PSA 9 to start us off. So we got mint 9, which is fine. It's still a pretty cool card. Couldn't really see too much when I first got it to see if there's any blemishes, but honestly I think it looks good enough to been a 10, but oh well. So here we go, kicking off our first pile, which is the 9s. This one I bought at a card show with another Herbert that you'll see in a little bit later, but 2022 Obsidian. This is the Electric Etch Yellow. Is this a rookie? No, it's not a rookie. But still kind of a cool little color match. Is this numbered? It is numbered. Numbered out of 25. 21 out of 25. Justin Herbert here. Let's see what we get. An 8. Ooh, okay. An 8, huh? I'm trying to see if there's anything I noticed in this one. Oh, maybe the centering on the back. I should have looked at that a little bit more. Okay, fair game. The centering from left to right, a little bit more right, but he's been playing pretty well, so I think it's actually still not a bad card to have. Well, he struggled a little bit recently now at the time of this recording, but still. All right, so we got some WWE here, 2025 Topps Chrome. This was a cool one that I pulled. This was Shifting Gears. This is a gold refractor out of 50. Is it 16 out of 50? Yeah, of The Rock, Mr. Movie Star himself. Let's see. These were kind of hard to get 10s, but I felt pretty decent about it because it's a die cut. Let's see what we get here. We got a 9, PSA 9, mint on The Rock, Shifting Gears out of 50. I mean, I was hoping for a 10, but you know, the die cuts are always hard to get a 10, but I felt pretty decent. It could at least get a 9. All right, this is actually kind of cool. So like I said, we have I have a 1 or 2 baseball cards in this submission. And obviously when you see one of the more iconic cards of like each sport, I feel like for baseball, this is considered like one of them. The Ken Griffey Jr. Star Rookie from 1989 Upper Deck here. So considered a classic vintage card. I don't just usually grade vintage cards, but I felt pretty good. I knew it wasn't going to get a 10, that's for sure. But I was hoping to at least get a decent number, so we'll see if we get a decent grade here. We got a 6. Okay, fair point. Wasn't going to get a 9 and wasn't going to get a 10. I was hoping at least an 8, but you know, with the old stuff, the older cards, it's gonna be tougher, but sometimes even lower grades on the older cards aren't too bad. But yeah, this one didn't really work out too well, but a 6 is a 6 with a vintage Griffey. It's a cool Griffey card. And unfortunately I have to make my first PSA 6 pal. Ooh, do we start with this one? Yeah, let's start with this one right now. We got some Pokemon here. So we got, this is from Champion's Path. This is the secret of the Charizard Rainbow. So this one, I got this graded, or I actually pulled this from an Arena Club pack, and it came out as a grade 10 on Arena Club. So I transferred over the slab, or I cracked the slab open and graded with PSA in hopes that this should, I would hope, get a 10, considering it got 10 from Arena Club. So let's see here. Oh, it got a 9. Wow. I mean, I guess PSA wants to be a little bit more stricter than Arena Club, but dang. This one I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe I might send this one back. Let me know what you guys think. This one I felt very good. Even Arena Club says a 10, but you know, other grading companies are gonna be different of how they grade stuff, but I don't know about that one. A little bit also older school set of cards here, but this one was interesting because this one, I didn't pull it. I just happened to randomly find it in an old binder that I had in my closet. But this is the 2000 Topps Combo California Dreamin'. This is, I guess, an insert set that they had back then of Kobe and Shaq. Now, the only reason I grade this because, funny enough, this card actually, I mean, just raw by itself is like pretty decent value for just a random set. But I saw some PSA 10s go for a decent amount. Now, was this going to get PSA 10? We'll see. It was just in my binder for the longest time. So hopefully we get at least a decent grade. We got an 8. That's a eBay 1 of 1 because you get Kobe's jersey 8 and a PSA 8. Near mint. But I thought this was kind of a pretty cool card to grade, especially seeing these 2-on-1 card, the big duo from the Lakers. You don't normally see them on the same card too often, so I thought it was just cool just to grade. Yeah. Oh, all right. What do we got here? Rookie of the Year himself, Mr. Stephon Castle. This is 2024 Prism Orange Ice. This one I just pulled out of a random hanger box, and yeah, I thought it was pretty cool to grade. Hopefully we get can we get our first 10 on the board, please? We do not. We have, oh boy, this is a bit of a little struggle the first half here. I got a mint 9 on the Stephon Castle, not numbered, but a Rookie of the Year Prisms, or a rookie card. Prisms are usually pretty nice to grade, but fortunately not a 10 for that one. Here is our other baseball card that we graded here. This one I got a pretty good deal at a card show, but this is the I guess this is the Diamond King set from 2018, but it's the Gallery of Stars insert of Shohei Ohtani. Obviously, people love Ohtani, at least all the baseball people that I know of. Some people don't like the Ohtani, but you know, he's apparently the darling of MLB. But yeah, I believe this is his rookie card, or if it's not his rookie card, I think either his second or third year, because he's still in the Angels uniform and not Dodgers. But yeah, I thought the card looked pretty good, so hope to get this result of me thinking that's really good. Okay, it's a mint 9, so 9 on the Ohtani. That's still a pretty cool card, and you know, Ohtani sells, so you do. This one's gonna more for the PC, and I also just happened to find this in my my safe box. But this is a 2006 Topps Finest rookie refractor of Brandon Roy from the Blazers. He was my OG guy back then. Before, well, now I'm like a big Scoot Henderson guy. I was a big Damian Lillard guy, and before those two, I was big on Brandon Roy. He was like pretty much like one of my favorite players. So pretty cool to get a 10 just for the PC, not even for value wise. But unfortunately, we got a 9. Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be one of those days. Well, regardless, that was just for myself, but would have been nice for a 10. Okay, we got some tennis now. So I think this is our only tennis card we got graded. This is a Qinwen Zhang from 20 for 24 Topps Chrome. Just her autograph. Apparently her stuff sells very well. I know she's currently, I believe, injured for the time being, but I remember her name very well. That her value for some of her cards are actually very surprisingly do pretty well in the market. So see if we can get a 10 in this one, please. Yes, finally our first 10 out of this whole pile. Holy moly. But yeah, hopefully I'll probably wait till she comes back from her injury. But yeah, her stuff surprisingly sells pretty decently well. I think she won gold in the last Olympics. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure she either got gold or medaled. All right, I think I've sent this one before, but I have multiple of these. This is the Topps Now 2024 Olympics, the trio of Curry, James, and Durant. I feel pretty confident that this could get a 10, and it does. PSA 10 on most of my Topps Now cards, usually PSA 10, which should make sense because they are usually in like a little protective little, I don't know what you call it, little case when they mail it to you. So I bought like 5 of these. So this is what also will lead into our next card, which is, this one's actually surprisingly does pretty well too. The Steph Curry from the Olympics, that for Topps Now, the night celebration. I think I also got a 10 in the last submission we did for this, or I think that one got 10, the one before this one, but this one I definitely remember got 10 in our last submission. So let's see if we can repeat this, and we do. Everyone seems to like this little photo of his celebration, so it works out. So that one we got good value for, and continue to do so, get good grades with it. Continuing the Topps Now theme, this is another tennis card here. Actually, I said we only had one tennis card. I lied. This is actually the other one. But this is the from the French Open. Coco Gauff and Carlos Alcaraz celebrating their wins as champions in Paris. Thought it was cool to have 2 of these these tennis greats currently at the moment in one card, because you don't normally see that. So that'd be kind of cool to see if we can get a 10 for this one, and we do. So our Topps Now streak of cards is really helping us bring our PSA 10 number back up. So that's really cool to have. All right. This is our other Justin Herbert card. This is from Donruss Optic. This is the black and white variation, I'm gonna say. This one was part of the deal I picked up with the other Herbert card, and both of the, like I said, both of the cards look good, even though the first one got an 8. So hoping that this one gets a bit better than an 8. Nope, both were an 8. So that combo deal worked out for the same value. But like I said, he was playing pretty well early in the seasons. Hopefully he bounces back. Yeah, so I don't mind. I don't mind that being too low, but obviously we were like higher. But his cards have been going a little bit back up again. This one here, we got some Marvel now. Some Marvel action here with Topps 2025 Topps Chrome. This is the Yellow Lava of Daredevil. I thought this was kind of a cool, unique card to have, and Daredevil is usually one of the more popular characters from at least Marvel fans for sure. And we did get a 10, so nice of us to get back on the 10 grade. Actually, I don't even know why I put this Justin Herbert in the 10 pile. This should go in the 8 pile, mind you. But we got a gem in 10 on the excuse me, on the Yellow Lava, so it's nice to see there. We got another 2025 Topps Chrome WWE. This is the Marks of Champions set, autograph of Liv Morgan. I always seem to do pretty well with this set, at least for Marks of Champions. With the autos, I don't normally grade the autos, but I just like to just grade the card itself. But yeah, we usually do pretty well on this, so let's see if this continues. Yep, gem in 10 on the Liv Morgan autograph, with her holding the women's title. She's currently out of action at the moment from this time of recording, but supposedly she should be back soon, maybe by Royal Rumble time. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna save that card to the end because that's probably like our biggest card in the submission. But we have another WWE card, but this is from 2024, the recount. This is the, I guess the green parallel, number to 5, 3 of 5 of Io Sky, kind of rhymed. And yeah, I actually have been enjoying her work. She's probably one of my favorite women's wrestlers. So, and we pulled this out of a 3-count box, so I felt pretty good about this one because it was already in a magnetic loader. When you get the cards, they come in like one of those magnetic loaders, so I don't think there should be any damage to it, but we'll see for ourselves. And nice, we got a 10. Thank you for continuing that. Gem in 10 on the Io Sky green parallel, so not too shabby on that. So our WWE cards are working out quite nicely, except for The Rock, but you know, he's The Rock, what can you do? But here is the big boy of the submission. So if you remember from any of an earlier video we did this year, we opened up a box of 2024 Mosaic, and we pulled this bad boy here, the stained glass LeBron James, a case hit for sure. And the look of these stained glasses look really nice, so can pull a PSA 10 of this with the king himself, LeBron. That would be that'll be probably one of our bigger returns in a while, so hopefully that becomes the case. I felt good about this. All right. A 9 is not bad either. Definitely it would have been a lot better if it was a 10, but we'll take a 9. We'll take a 9. Dang, I felt decently about this. The only thing I can maybe see could be an issue was the centering, a little bit on the left, from the left to right ratio, probably a little bit more on the left side. Okay, well, considering the last one we did, I think we kind of made the same amount with the 10s. Yeah, 6. Actually, did we get 6 or 7? Oh no, we got 7 10s. Okay, so we actually did a smidge better. At least I believe. I think we have a few more 8s, I think, or a couple more 8s than usual, and we have a PSA 6 to top it off. But yeah, that is going to do it for today's PSA returns. Let me know out in the comments which one out of all the ones we showed today was your favorite card. As far as PSA goes, I mean, I don't know how much more we're going to keep sending cards over to them with the price increase, but do you feel like that's going to deter you guys from sending cards into grading, or does that not really matter much until they keep increasing more? But if you did enjoy this content though, if you could do so, if you haven't already, please leave a like down below. And if you are not subscribed, what are you doing? Just at least go and click that red button that says subscribe, just because we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're less than 200 subscribers away from our goal, and once we hit 1K, we will for sure do a giveaway of some kind. But as always, thank you all for sticking around. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks for keeping it real. Peace out.